On the night of December 15, 1999, an unlisted lost episode of King of the Hill aired on Fox. It was originally produced the year before as a Halloween special for Season 3, but was cancelled and shelved because Fox thought it was too disturbing and frightening. They were right. No one outside the production crew for King of the Hill knew this episode existed until it aired. The reason for why it randomly aired unannounced is unknown. It was believed to have been a complete accident. The episode was entirely in black and white, had terrible audio and quality, and the animation was done horribly. It came on midway through a rerun of the episode Death of a Propane Salesman, which played as normal before suddenly cutting out at the scene where Luann broke down in her room over Buckley. The screen went black for about 30 seconds, with nothing but awkward silence. That was until a random beeping noise played and the title popped up, reading April 8, 1998, King of the Hill Episode Z, The Black Dawn. It cut to the guys in the Hill family's backyard.
Yep.
Hank was grilling burgers on the barbecue, and called for Peggy and Luann to come outside. Peggy came out but Luann was nowhere to be seen. For some reason, everyone seemed to either be very depressed or angry, except for Bobby, who seemingly came home after running away, but oddly sat in the corner of the backyard and didn't talk. After checking the bathroom and kitchen, Hank went to the den and was horrified to see a naked Luann cutting herself and drinking her own blood. Hank let out a horrified and she suddenly ran at him and tore open his throat. Soon enough, Hank died and Luann hid his body in the closet. Peggy and the guys heard Hank scream and rushed to see what happened. They saw Luann covered head to toe in bloody razor cuts. Peggy asked what happened and then Hank fell out of the closet because Luann didn't do a good job putting him in there. The guys were in shock and Peggy started sobbing heavily. Luann then grabbed an axe hidden under her bed and chopped Peggy's head off before taking a bite out of it. Dale, Bill and Boomhauer run outside to escape. They try to warn Bobby, who was still sitting in the corner of the yard. He just ignored them. When they called him again, his head turned all the way around, and he has a very creepy smile on his face. He looked possessed. He tried to attack them but Boomhauer grabbed a knife from the barbecue and stabbed him in the heart. Dale was upset about this, but Boomhauer told him that he had no dang choice and was quickly forgiven. Luann came outside and chased them to the Gribbles' house, where they told Nancy and Joseph about the situation. Dale grabbed a shotgun and tried to deal with Luann himself, but she chopped him down with her axe and did the same to his family. Boomhauer and Bill were forced to hide in the basement. A few days later, they ventured out and saw that nearly everything had been destroyed. They found a newspaper and learned that a virus broke out and the zombie apocalypse had arrived in town. It seemed that Luann was patient zero. They stood in the middle of the road where there was nothing but dead silence. This was broken by Luann and several other zombies, including Hank, Bobby, and their neighbors, charging toward them. Luckily, they found a chainsaw lying on the sidewalk. Bill grabbed it and went on a zombie-killing rampage. Soon enough, Luann was the only one left still alive, but before Bill had the chance to kill her, he saw Boomhauer's mangled corpse, chewed up and ripped apart by the zombies. Bill vomited, only to then be disemboweled by Luann. At this point,
the quality got even worse.
With the entire town dead, there was only one more loose end to tie up. Luann grabbed her axe and chopped her own head off. Then, the scene panned out, showing the ruins of Arlen and cut to static as the episode ended.